Good day, everyone. My name is Jaisimi Precious Eniola, and I'm here to showcase this project that we did at Mount Kenya University under the unit titled Data Structures, Advanced Data Structures and Algorithm. The aim of this project is to apply the concept of advanced data structures in developing a real-world university information system. This project helped my group members and I to sharpen our knowledge in programming skills and our problem solving abilities. Let's get right into it. So first we are in the login page. Because this is a demo project, it has not been launched, but we were asked to showcase it by the lecturer. Let me log in. So we have four interfaces. So let me log in into the admin first because that's where everything goes down. Admin. And then password is password. We made it easier and simple so we can remember. And then we sign in. So we sign in, and this is what our dashboard is looking like. It is a university system that deals with registering students and controlling their payment. That's mainly what we focused on: student registration and payment control. So you can see it here, registry and payment control center. Then it's on this admin dashboard, it tells us that we have 10 registered students, 3 pending on the queues, $22,000 revenue, and then we have an hash table too. And this is like a demo of the data structures that we used, because the lecturer really emphasized on us showcasing all the data structures that we use. We can see all the main data structures we used: queues, hash tables, AVL trees, and linked lists. So this is what the dashboard is giving. Sorry for my language. Then we go to student registration. If you want to register a new student on our portal, let's try and register a new student. So we can say Precious Avalanche. And then we select department because we are mainly from the School of Computing. That's why we have more of School of Computing courses here. So let's select data science, year one, and then let's say, okay, the fee is 5,000, and then add to queue. The system is mainly, we designed the system mainly with data structures. So once you register a new student into the portal, it will be added to a queue of other students that are waiting to be accepted. So if you go to the next place, which is the queue processing, you would have to accept, because you know the queue data structure is a first come, first serve data structure. So you have to accept the students that are waiting on the queue first. So let's accept and the queue, accept and the queue, accept and the queue. Can you see the student I just added? I just registered Precious Avalanche. So you would accept and the queue. So that is what queue processing is doing. And if you come to the student records and you search for, let's say, student name, the one I just added, Precious, just search. Can you see we have two Precious on our system? The one I just added is Precious Avalanche. You just click on manage. Can we see? We can see all the details of the student: name, registration number, data science, year of study, fees unpaid. And you can decide to delete students too here. Or you can view ledger. You can view how much the student has paid. We can go to fee ledger. If a student has paid and you want to check a student's transaction history, you can just search. Let's say Dorcas as suggested. Find. We can see Dorcas Wamboy. Click on it. And then maybe Dorcas has paid and you have verified her payment and you want to impute it into the system. You just click, maybe Dorcas paid 3,000. Record and verify payment. Can you see? Dorcas has paid 3,000. She has 0 outstanding. And then we have a sorted report here that shows all the students that have all the student details, those that have paid and those that have not paid. We can see it here. It's in a long list. And also, I want to mention that this system of ours can handle between 50,000 users to 1,000,000 users. And then we also have a benchmark performance here that shows like a report of how well the data structures are working. We can see it right here: ARIS, how slow it is, linked list, hash tables, AVL trees. And if you come here and click on run operation benchmark and give it a while, can we see the way it puts it in a graph of how well each data structures is working? Then we can log out of this profile. We can log out of the admin. I want you to see how other profile works too. Log out. So we are out. Let's go to the finance profile, because remember I said that this system is mainly a registration and finance university system. It does not handle any other aspect. So let's put in the password. I'm logging in as a finance officer right now. So this is what the finance officer sees when he logs in. He sees the number of registered students, 0 pending queues, the amounts generated in the revenue. The finance officer can search for students' records to see who has paid and who has not paid. And he can also approve payment. Um, the finance officer can also approve payment. Let's search for Tabitha. We can see a Tabitha here. She's owing she's owing, let's say she has an outstanding of 1,200. Let's say the Tabitha has paid 1,000 out of her fees, and she has showed it to the finance officer. He has verified her payment. You just come into the system to register it. 1,000, she has paid 1,000. Can you see Tabitha's outstanding is 200? So the finance officer's interface is quite easy to navigate through. Like, there is nothing too difficult on the finance officer's page. So we can log out and come to the registrar's page, because like I said, we have four profiles. Registrar, I mean. Password is password for everyone to make it easy. Okay, I think I didn't type it correctly. Sign in. So this is the registrar's page. You know, every university has a registrar, and it's not necessary for the registrar to be an admin. So the same dashboard, everyone sees the same dashboard, and then student registration. The registrar can register new students, as I've shown before, and then queue processing. We don't have anybody on the queue. Remember, I've cleared the queue when I was on the admin profile. And then student record. The registrar can pull up any student records. And then we have the sorted report. Can you see that the benchmark details is not on the registrar's profile? The benchmark, DSA benchmark, you can only find it on the admin's profile. Let's log out and now log in as a new student that has no business with this, that as a new student that is coming into the university afresh. We log out. So this is me logging in as a new student that has not been registered into the university, but so can you see, I'm a new student. I've not even been registered into the university, but I have an account already. So I can register myself also. Let's put it like this. Let's say Abigail Olatunde. Sorry for the interruption. We select department computer science here, maybe 2, no, 1, of course I'm new, and then fee to pay, let's say 6,000. And then I add to queue. Can you see I've added to queue? So I log out now because I logged in as a new student. Now let's log out and go and approve Abigail. Log out. Log in as a registrar. So I've logged in as a registrar. Can you see on my dashboard it's telling me that I have 1 pending queue registration. So I go to queue processing. We can see Abigail Olatunde. I process and the queue. Then I go to student records, search for Abigail. Now I have to take note of Abigail's registration ID. our registration number. So I copy it because I want to show us something. Control C. Can we see that Abigail has been added into the system? We can see she has been added into the system. So let's log out from the admin and go and log in into Abigail's account now. You know, at first Abigail registered as logged in as a normal student. Now she will log in with her personal details because she has been added to the students list. Log out. So you replace with the username with Abigail's registration number now, and then password is still password to make things easier. Since this is a demo page, demo system, sign in. Can we see? It's brought out all our names. It's brought out our names and our details. So mainly this is what we have for our system. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for listening. God bless you.